Hi guys, it's Grace.
Hey, it's Soraya.
And we are the Indigos, and today we have some special guests right here.
Chaianne.
SECA. Woo!
And we're in Vegas, baby.
Crazy, crazy, crazy Vegas.
We've just been to a show called Capsule, Liberty Fairs and Agenda, and they are some streetwear shows, trade shows. So everyone in the industry kind of thing comes here and they buy gear and they do their thing and they whatever. Do all that kind of industry stuff. So we thought it was a good idea to talk about a little bit about
just our experience and how it's important dealing with this type of industry when you're dealing with fashion, entertainment, music. They're all tied into one. Success obviously happens, and one of our main focuses is how to keep a balance of being elevated and grounded at the same time.
Yeah, because in this industry it's pretty hard, especially immersed in that, streetwear, street culture, what's expected of you, people needing approval, all that kind of stuff. So we thought it was a good idea because we saw it in the crowd today where we kind of felt like there's a lot of people kind of seeking approval. So how do we, all of us, stay grounded? So, I don't know, Sika, you want to start?
Sure. I really like the concept of like being elevated and staying grounded at the same time. It reminded me of this quote, "I'm not of this planet, but my feet on the ground." And I know that kind of sounds kind of deep, but it kind of ties in of us being like spiritual beings, but also living in this world and how to kind of find your place. So for me, staying grounded is just being reminded of like things that remind me of me, whether if it's like making sure I call my grandma every day, or making sure I can stay in touch with family, or making sure, like, instead of seeking for approval, just being solid in who I am and being able to recognize people that I got similar vibes from, like creating my own family. Like, I live in LA, but I'm from Philly. I don't have any family here, but I have people that I consider family here because I'm not seeking approval. I'm seeking attraction, like people that are in my tribe. And that's not going to be everybody. And that may be people that are successful that may be not my tribe, but whatever, is other people that are successful that can be in your tribe. Like, there's other people that can connect to. You don't have to be connected to everyone, but you just have to, I feel like you have to stay connected to people that feel right. And that's how I stay grounded.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I agree with those
That's
things.
so important because, like, you're a reflection of those people, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you keep them around, is because they speak a lot to you about who you are, what you want to be, who you want to aspire to be like, and that's your tribe. That's your tribe that helps elevate you all the time and keeps you grounded. What about you, little lady here?
Honestly, you actually brought into what keeps me grounded. I'm a people person, put it that way. So me personally, is me looking for mentors that actually inspire me to do better for myself. So if I can find someone that can, kind of get me mentally on the right path that I'm looking for, then that keeps me grounded because, like, I'm learning and I'm experiencing at the same time. So that's just me personally. I think that's one of the major things that I look forward to when I'm especially in my career, is learning from other people rather than. I mean, it's good to learn in books too, but the experience is a whole new level for me personally.
That's beautiful. Mentors are so important. I think there aren't enough people that acknowledge that or even know how important it is to find people that support you or can help guide you, if you are lost. Everyone has a different perspective. So when you have people around that you can trust, that can look at your situation with an outside view and being unbiased, I think you have a lot of help and assistance in that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Mentors really help as well, like with wisdom sharing and life experience and different perspectives of how each one of them have used their path to get to where they are and help guide you in that way, because we can't do it alone. We don't live this life alone. We have to actually be around those people that help us. And I think for me personally, that's the way I ground myself as well, is through good people, mentors around me, keeping myself in check with the things that actually are in my heart of what I want to do. So I do a lot of stuff like this. This is really important to me, to know that I'm, being of service just by sharing. It's as simple as that, really, and also, like, because, Lorraine and I are both really in the industry as well. It's like we're filled every day with a lot of challenges in terms of superficiality and just kind of just not belonging into that space, but actually using that space for what we want to do as well. So it's that whole thing of finding that balance in between, and the humility is important to be able to also practice gratitude. I think that also makes me grounded. You know, like always, like being grateful for experiences and people that I come about in my everyday life, situations and blessings that I might feel along my journey.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you were saying, and where I'm going is probably a little to the left. It's pretty normal for me. But one thing I was thinking about really, what came to me when I think about what I experienced today, being in the industry in fashion, music, art, and dealing with like so many materialistic aspects of it, when you're trying to be an artist and create and still keep up with whatever's going on. I've learned one thing that's really important when it comes to success, knowing who you are before you focus on where you want to be on a financial status, because even today I see a lot of successful people that are lost. Money can't find you. And I feel like that was one thing that is missing in a lot of people, and that's why there's a lot of hurt, loneliness, emptiness within people, because they're so focused on a career, but they're not focused on what's inside and what they need to do to develop themselves. And I saw that a lot today. I saw a lot of people that have financial success, but they're lost as people. They don't know who they are. And I seen that, and I think that's something that we should all take into consideration. At the end of the day, your career, your life, what you're going to do, it's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. We all have to work for the rest of our life. But you have to take time out, just like you do every day, to work, exercise, eat healthy, whatever you do, to go inside and find out who you are and build that part of you, so that when success comes, you are balanced and no one can tell you who you are. Because a lot of these situations, financial success, things like that, people like to put you in boxes of how they perceive you. But if you know who you are, you can't really go into that box because you've already chosen for yourself. So that's something that I feel like was missing. What do you guys think was missing in today when it came to certain energies in people?
Me, well, there was one thing I did notice.
Yeah.
Is that people are so focused, like kind of like what you're saying. You notice that they were so focused on themselves, and that the mentality was there, like, oh, I gotta get where I need to get, and not realizing that to get further, you need to go together. Kind of like you need to go in a group.
Like team.
It takes a team.
Collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are so focused on what they're doing.
Ego.
Yeah, the ego got in the way, pretty much. So that's a big thing too. I noticed with a lot of people that I've met, is that it's like, oh, I'm doing this, but it's not, oh, what are you doing, where we can work together to get something bigger happening. You know, kind of like where we're
elevate.
at. Yeah.
You work together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it. But again, when you don't know yourself,
Yeah.
it's easy for your ego to tell you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What do you think?
No, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I think one thing I saw a lot of is kind of like what we were talking about, like what Cheyenne brought up was really good, like seeking mentors instead of like approval. And I think there was a lot of people just seeking approval or just trying to, like, I don't know, just wanting something that they don't realize they already have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like a lot of people that were just kind of lost. There was like some people, you know, there was good energy there too, but there was a lot of lost people. There was a lot of people that I feel like they felt like they needed something more. When it's like you're there, you have what you're doing there already. Like you just need to embrace it and like embrace yourself and realize what you're doing and where you're at. Like I think a lot of times people can be so self-critical to the point where like they feel like they have to cover it up so much with their ego, or like reminding themselves that, you know, they're on and they're popping and they're this and they're that, because they don't really believe it, because they don't really know themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, another thing, just one more thing.
As many things as you want it to be.
No, it's because another thing I noticed is because I've had people come up to us as a group, and it's like you feel that they have questions, but they're too afraid to ask. And that's another thing that involves with ego. It's like, if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah,
like,
be open.
because
You know what? I'll go back.
No, go ahead.
yeah, because I feel like that's just like such a big thing, and that was one thing that I had a problem with. I was too stuck in my head where I I need to do this by myself. When really, no, you need to ask questions. That's the same thing with schoolwork. If you don't know like what you're doing, ask a question. You won't know unless you ask. That's the thing. Yeah. So that was another thing. It's like I know you have something you want to say, but why don't you say it?
But here's the other thing though, like to piggyback, there were so many people that came up to us today, like, oh, are you guys a group? Are you a band? Are you this? Are you that? And it's just like, nah, we're like, we work together, but like collaboratively. Like we don't have to be something like or be like,
in a box
in a box or something like that. We just kind of found our own tribe. Like we are connected in that kind of way that we elevate each other, we challenge each other, we collaborate with each other. Like we don't have to exploit our relationships in order to have that relationship. And I think that's the thing. Like so many people in the industry are just like, oh, what is this? What is that? And it's just like, yo, we're just being.
Yeah. You try to put us in a category.
They're trying to overcompensate for what's not there. Yeah, they're trying to overcompensate for lack of substance.
Yeah, but it's because we have so much substance. Just like, and it's not like trust me, I think it's a practice. Like I practice every day. Like I don't come from being so confident all the time. Like there was a time I didn't have any confidence, and I had to look in the mirror like, I don't like that space in between my teeth, but you know what? It's my space.
Right? You have to own it.
Yeah, you got to own yourself. And when you get to that level, you're gonna attract people. Like you're gonna attract success because you're embracing yourself. It's not something that you're chasing. It's something that you're embodying. You're manifesting.
Absolutely. What you think, Grace?
Yeah, no, I'm listening and observing, and that's the other thing. The keeping the humility is to observe others and learn from each other, and that's the beauty of like just being able to just be, because you're not having any agenda behind everything. You know, you are just allowing things to play out as they are organically, and then that way, you know, you're able to practice humility and be grateful.
Agree. That was good.
That was really good. We might do this again.
Yes. Awesome.
Come to Las Vegas, or maybe next time it's in New York. Who knows? Who knows? We'll just go with the flow. So that wraps up today, and we'll probably do another one pretty soon, maybe even tomorrow with the girls again, because we leave tomorrow Vegas, and maybe we'll take you on a little bit of a journey. We're taking some behind the scenes too, so we're going to do some videos around the behind the scenes of Vegas and what we're seeing. And yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Bye guys. Thank you. Go ahead, get it, Shaianne. Bye.